Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Monday, February 10th, 2025. Pre-market report's going to be just freaking lovely. Lots of stuff going on. Some big events over the weekend. We covered some of this yesterday in my markets look ahead. Check that out before you watch this one to bring you up to speed so I don't have to repeat myself. I know a lot of you hate when I do that. Anyway, look, guys and girls, let's do this. Let's start off with how the market appears to be opening. Trading does not start for just about an hour from the time I am doing this video blog. So with that, we got the debt market not telling us anything right now, relatively flat across the board. Stock futures are slightly higher. I don't have printouts of this stuff. We got gold, silver, and crude oil catching a bit. Got cryptos catching a bit, but nothing major. Again, we're relatively flat across the board. We're going to get a bunch of economic news this week. And again, this is not on Trump right now with regard to any of his policies. It's all going to be propaganda anyway. We know that. With regard to Trump's economic policies, and we really know who runs the economy. I mean, who controls the monetary system? Who controls the financial markets, the financial system, the economy? It's central banks collectively. They fund this whole damn thing anyway. But we're not going to start to see real effect of that, in my opinion, for a couple of weeks here. So let's just take things as they come at us here. So with regard to the market, now I went over a few things with you. With regard to defense spending here in the United States, it looks like it's going to take a major leg up. Right now, the United States is the number one investor in defense companies, defense stocks here. 3.4% of U.S. GDP right now being spent on defense. It looks like this is going up to 6%. That is an epic jump in defense spending with regard to the United States, which will, of course, be added to U.S. GDP. And I'm still saying this, people, look, man, there's a shell game going on. Absolutely, cut here or whatever it might be, find fraud, and then, of course, blame it on whatever they got to blame it on without showing the American people any proof, just words, okay? And then, of course, move that cash someplace else. So we've been hearing, let's just touch on that real quick. We've been hearing a lot about fraud being performed and misallocation of funds here from the Treasury and apparently now from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. I mean, look, man, do we, the people, not deserve to be actually shown what's happening? And not only being shown, but if there actually is fraud and corruption and misallocation of funds, are you expecting some arrests? I mean, obviously this wouldn't happen immediately, but when do you think we're going to see a single, just one high-level arrest? I personally don't think it's going to happen at all. Maybe some flunkies down there that get blamed for it's of course be just a show for the public here. But again, look, man, first of all, forensic auditing, forensic accounting, this is not something that can be done just overnight and on a whim. And that's what it seems like a lot of this is happening right now. Okay, we found this. Okay, fraud and corruption and misallocation of funds. All right. Great. We got to get rid of this stuff. There's no doubt about it. I am certain that it's going on. That's fact. But I believe, do you, that we, the people, deserve to be kept in the loop here? Or no? Do you believe that you and I should be actually shown the proof, told who was responsible for it, and then again said, hey, you know what? We're taking action here. Not only are we shutting down this program and parts of this program, okay, great. If they're corrupt and there's fraud and there's whatever it might be, people can do a lot of talking, all right? But I want to be, man, I'm the kind of guy that wants to see it. I want to see proof. I don't want to, it's hearsay or whatever it might be until we're actually shown proof and then a finger is pointed. It's these people, it's one person there, and we're taking action. There's going to be arrests. There's going to be consequences for these actions. Does that sound about right to you? Or are we really moving to some kind of a dystopian society where the rule of the Constitution here just gets thrown out the window here? Where's due process? Let's just shut down these corporations or agencies in this case. Let's just shut them down or parts of them without any due process. I've told you this was going to happen already. Do you remember me telling you that? That I said we're going to see parts of the Constitution be stripped away? You can't do this. This is supposed to be the United States of America, which it isn't anymore, quite obviously. But due process, I'm gonna come after you too. Let's see how far we can allow this to go. Now, remember something else. This precedent's being set here, and I understand. A lot of you guys and girls are all gung-ho about doing this and doing that. But this is not just going to be, Trump is not going to be the president forever. You understand? There's going to be a changing of the creature that sits behind the resolute desk at one particular point. And you might not like the policy or whatever it might be, but giving an unchecked power to, let's say, a president here is going to set a precedent for what's going to come down the line. So you guys and girls, what I've been telling you is hold your leaders to account. Let them show you the proof in this case here, because we want to see it for the next administration or the one after that or the one after that or the one. We want to see this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to honestly start asking a little more from those that are apparently leading our nation here. I want to see action. Yes, absolutely. Let's shut down every freaking organization. I'm all for this. That is committing fraud. That is corrupt. That is misallocating funds. We need to get rid of this, and action needs to be taken in the form of, let's see some arrests here. You know, obviously not right now. And how about some evidence with regard to forensic accounting, forensic auditing? Let's see that. Or is it just, oh, I see this on a paper here. Oh, this is not right, without, actually finding out what happened. There's some dangerous precedents being set. And again, right now, all you guys are all for it. Think about the longer term effects. Imagine, you can't live like an animal or a child in the moment. You have to think down the line of what this means if, let's say, the next guy or girl who's selected to sit behind the resolute desk doesn't have the same kind of mindset as you. You understand? We cannot allow certain precedents to be set without us being shown proof of what's going on here. Otherwise, this is not a good setup. You understand? For what's coming down the line. Anyway, look. So with regard to a few things that happened over the weekends, with regard to defense spending, it looks like it's going to be going up to amounts 6% of GDP. All right, that's an epic sum. And we'll see how that plays out. Now, with regard to this issue with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has been virtually shut down. There is some aspect of it that is functioning at this particular time. Now, look, you guys and girls, I understand. I looked through the comments. I put out a few posts yesterday about this here. A lot of people on this side, a lot of people on that side. That's fine. You guys and girls need to make up your own mind, decide what this means. But I'm going to tell you what's going on here. Let me show you. This is the last month of the financial sector, bank stocks included, obviously here. Look at this run. Why is this happening here? We've been hearing a lot of talk about deregulation, a lot of talk about allowing these institutions basically to do anything they want. And this is why we've been seeing this run up. Now, with regard to the shutting down for the most part of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, look, man, do your own research on this. This is a major, massive, gargantuan win for the banks. For the banks. Avoid Bank of America here, people. I'm going to tell you right now, avoid it. You know my take on this. I think it's being set up as a fall guy for Wall Street. I told you this way, way before Fox Business came out with pointing their finger at Bank of America and they're debanking conservative Republicans. All these banks commit this kind of stuff. But this one here is being set up. They need to assign blame. The system is being taken apart. You all know that. All the wheels are in motion right now. But again, the major Wall Street institutions here outside of Bank of America are going. They're right now couldn't be happier. The fat cats at these institutions here, so eliminating. This is part of what we've been talking about for a long time. This is a part of the deregulatory process with regard to banks. They don't want any regulations here. It looks like the banks are sincerely getting their way here. And again, we lose here. These are predatory institutions, in my opinion. So if you're looking to put any cash to work, uh, first of all, let's see if this turns out to be a sell the news. All right, this run up in anticipation of the regulatory element of banks being stripped away, it may continue higher. There's no doubt about it. But we got to see where this goes. If, in fact, for my lions out here looking to get into, let's say, bank stocks here, let's see where this plays out. If it turns out to be a sell the news moment, I'm not, you guys can just do what you want. But I'm telling you, this is going to turn out to be a massive buying opportunity because, again, this deregulatory environment for banks, this removal. Again, look, man, you know how this plays out. Mark Andreessen said specifically, is working with Elon Musk on this, that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is terrorizing the banks. I don't know about you, but I saw that as a positive thing. I don't think these banks should have no parameters to play with because they're going to play with your cash. Do you not understand what's going on here? This deregulatory environment, which we are in, can't be denied. Okay, and I think this is a massive step towards deregulation of the financial system, and again, this merging with cryptocurrencies as well. I don't like this alliance that's being set up here. I think the people are being bridged. I mean, there's no doubt about it in my mind, into a system that we didn't vote for, we don't want, which is going to eventually lead, and everybody knows it, to full tokenization of the system. But there's no pushback. Anyway, all right. Look, so that's where that's going to go. There's no doubt about it. But again, consider what I'm saying here. Let's see where this goes. If we get a drop, sell the news moment on, again, a massive win. I can't even underscore this enough for the banks on a deregulatory level, with the Trump administration now basically shutting down the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau here. And I want to see proof of fraud. Don't you? I want to see proof of misallocation of funds. I want to see action taken, fingers pointed at who are the individuals responsible, and I want to see arrests. Am I asking for too much here? Am I asking for too much? This never happens. We never see a high-level person, let's say at the Treasury, because Elon Musk apparently found $50 billion worth of fraud or misallocated funds. Well, who's responsible for that? Is it Janet Yellen? Are we going to see it, creature? Greg, you really want to see me in handcuffs? Yeah, Janet Yellen, I want to see you in handcuffs. If you were the one overseeing this, yeah, you think, how many of you believe that Janet Yellenstein is going to be in handcuffs? Do one of you believe that's going to happen? Even one? Come on, man. It's never the rich and the powerful. It's always the insignificant people, the regular guy or the regular girl who gets that rear end handed to him, man. That's the story here. It's pretty obvious. So anyway, that's kind of what we're looking at this morning here, people. None of this is what is gone against anything that you and I have predicted would happen. This is where we're going to go. And I say, beyond any shadow of any doubt, again, once we start seeing the effect of Trump policies on the economy, which, again, you got to suck the economy dry and the people dry to keep the market propped up. The mechanism here, people, mark my words. If I'm wrong, I will call myself out right here publicly. The mechanism of artificially suppressed rates around the world, central banks working diligently to do this here, and artificially suppressed rates, currency purchasing power destruction is the mechanism in place right now to continue to shovel wealth right up to the 1% and 2% is right out of your pocket. This is theft on an epic scale. I don't know another way to put it, honestly. All right, look. So in summary here, what are we looking at? We're looking at a system that's going to get massively deregulated. It's already, this is huge. with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau now. That according to Mark Andreessen, Elon Musk's sidekick with regard to taking down this bureau here, this institution was terrorizing the banks. No terror anymore. So the banks are going to run amok here with your cash. They don't play with their own. They play with yours. And then guess what happens? You bail it out. You understand? That's what happened last time. Okay, there was some pushback, but what came out of it? Well, this institution, for one, which did return $17 billion to people who were wronged by the banks. But that's who are you going to complain to now? President Trump? Good luck with that. All right, guys and girls. I'm not putting anybody down, but I'm spilling some facts out here. Tell me where I got this wrong. Greg, you are wrong on this. Greg, you are wrong on that. I'd love to hear it. This is a team effort, right? This isn't just my thing. This is our thing, and we're stronger together. You know that. Anyway, that's kind of where we stand, people. This guy here, right here, loves you from the heart. I've already outlined for you guys and girls over the last 2 days what you need to be looking at because of the mechanism here. Again, massive, 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 massive increases in defense spending here. Yesterday, I showed you 4 companies you might want to look at on the back of this here. You want to invest in defense? That's you. Me personally, it's kind of an iffy situation there. Personally, I won't, but that's something else. With regard to the banks, I guess what's the real difference here? They're predatory institutions that are preying on the people here. And what just happened over this weekend is going to allow these institutions to prey on you even more. So is this a win for the people? How do we know it's a win if we're not being shown anything? Okay, we've heard a lot of talk. There's a lot of conjecture, a lot of speculation, some finger pointing here, but where's the proof? I, as an American citizen, and you deserve to see. We should be shown this. Am I right or wrong? This is what happened. This is who's responsible. This is the fraud. This is the misallocation of funds. This is the corruption here. And these are the people that are going to be arrested. That's what I would eventually like to see. Is it going to happen tonight or tomorrow? No. I can't even imagine how. Really, it doesn't make sense to me if you have any understanding whatsoever of forensic auditing, forensic accounting, how they could have tracked this so fast. It's just, these things generally take many months to go through. So just by, let's say, the illustrious Elon Musk and Mark Andreessen here, taking their word, I don't know, man. I would have to question that. I'll be honest with you. And there's nothing wrong with questioning all leaders. Obviously, Elon Musk is a leader here, but not elected, but a special person in some kind of way. Anyway, guys and girls, look, love you all from the heart. I mean that. I'm going to let you go. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about the stuff we've spoken about here? On the mark, off the mark. Greg, you're way off base. Greg, you're on target. Love to hear from you either way. If I've earned you a thumbs up, I appreciate that too. Please get this stuff out there, people. All right. I can't wait to see you later for the live stream. I mean that these pre-recorded videos, they're boring to me. I love watching the live stream chat, and I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys and girls later. All right. That's all.